Volume of cones. Cone, a three-dimensional figure that has one vertex and one circular base. So the volume of a cone with the radius r is 1/3 the area of the base, big B, times the height, h. When we do our cone, we're having our circular base. Remember, circular is pi r squared. And we have a cone. Cone is going to be volume equals 1/3 big B, area of the base, times height. Also, remember when you're dealing with the area of the base that you have to have the radius. So to go from diameter to radius, you have to divide by 2, and to go from radius to diameter, you have to multiply by 2. All right, let's take a look at example 1. So on example 1, we have a circle base and a cone. To find the base, we do pi r squared. To find cone, we do 1/3 big B times h. All right, the radius is 2, so we're going to do pi times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so we have 4 pi. We're going to say 1/3 times 4 pi, and the height is 8. All right, so we're going to say 1/3 times 4 times 8, and then times pi. We'll say about 10.7 times pi. We have about 33.5. And since we're dealing with volume, it's cubic units, so we're going to say inches cubed. All right, let's take a look at the second one. We're going to have circle, and we're going to have cone. Remember to find the area of the circle. It's pi r squared. Cone is 1/3 big B times h. This is a diameter though. So we have radius, diameter, circumference. To go from diameter to radius, we have to divide by 2. We get 4. So we're going to have pi times 4 squared. 4 squared is 16, so we have 16 pi. We have 1/3 times 16 times pi, and the height is 9. So we're going to say 1/3 times 16 times 9. We get 48 pi. 48 times pi will get me 150.8. And since we're talking about volume, we have feet cubed. All right, so let's take a look at number 4. On number 4, we have circle for the base, cone for the 3D. So the base is pi r squared. The cone is 1/3 the area of the base times height. This is a diameter, so we have RDC. The diameter is 15. To go from diameter to radius, I have to divide by 2. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So we're going to say pi times 7.5 squared is 56.25 pi. So we have 1/3 times 56.25. And then times the height is 16. So we're going to do 1/3 times 56.25 times 16. We get 300 pi. So 300 times pi will get me 942.5. And since we're talking about volume, we are going to say centimeters cubed. All right, let's take a look at number 5. Okay, on number 5, we find the area of the base. The area of the base is a circle. We have the 3D is the cone, so big B is pi r squared. Cone is 1/3 big B times h. So the radius is 2, so pi times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so we have 4 pi. We have 1/3 times 4 pi. The height is 3. On this one, we can actually cancel out the 3's and we're just left with 4 pi. So now 4 times pi is about 12.6. And this is a volume, so feet cubed. All right, flip it over to the back side. Example 2. For her geography project, Karen built a clay model of a volcano in the shape of a cone. Her model has a diameter of 12 inches and a height of 8 inches. Find the volume of her clay in her model to the nearest tenth. All right, so the first thing is an RDC table. We have a diameter of 12. To go from diameter to radius, I divide by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So now we have a circular base. And we are looking for a volcano, which is in the shape of a cone. So big B is pi r squared. Cone is 1/3 the area of the base times height. So we have pi times 6 squared. 6 squared is 36. So 1/3 times 36 pi. And the height of the cone is 8. All right, so we have 1/3 times 36 times 8, which is 96 pi. So then 96 times pi will get me 301.6. And we're talking about volume. So this is inches cubed. All right, let's take a look at the last one. The cone of the volcano Paricutin in Mexico had a height of 410 meters and a diameter of 424 meters. Approximate the volume of the cone. We're going to do an RTC table. So the diameter is 424. To go from diameter to radius, I have to divide by 2. So 424 divided by 2 is 212. The base is a circle. The 3D figure is a cone. So the area of the big base is pi r squared. Cone is 1/3 the area of the base times height. So we're going to have pi times 212 squared. 212, oops. 212 squared is 44,944 pi. So we have 1/3 times 44,944 times pi times the height, 410. Okay, so we're going to type this in. 1/3 times 44,944 times 410. We have 6,142,346 pi. So times pi. All right, we got 1,929,6751. And our units are meters cubed. All right.